Welcome to the demo of our XML final project. I'm going to give you a glimpse of what a project is all about, what is our idea based upon, and how we have implemented our idea using various web services and JSON services using Visual Studio Code. So this is a quick information about my team name and various team members. Our idea is centered around the city of Roorkee, which is one of the old ancient places in India, and it's primarily based upon the various tourism attraction in Roorkee and few other details. So let's get started with the demo of our application. This is the web page of our idea, and it has just got an overview of the place Roorkee and the various tourist attraction in this place. So these are few places that people would like to visit when they go to the city of Roorkee. So here you find an overview of the city of Roorkee. Like I said before, it is one of the ancient cities in northern part of India, located in Haridwar district of state of Uttarakhand. So here is a simple video which gives us a sneak peek of how the city of Roorkee looks into. I'll just quickly run through the video what it has got. So this is about...
Today, we'll be taking you around a town called Roorkee, which may be insignificant on the Indian map, but owes a great deal of firsts to the history of our country. Situated in Uttarakhand, Roorkee is spread over a flat terrain on the banks of the Ganges Canal. With the river flowing through the heart of the city, it flaunts its British relics, with over 4 bridges and many buildings dating back to the British era.
So that was just about a heads up of what the city of Roorkee is all about. So coming down, we can find the places to visit when you go to the city of Roorkee. You've got the Indian Institute of Technology, one of the very famous engineering institutions in Roorkee. Its significance is that it's the first engineering college not within India but in Asia. So it has a rich legacy behind itself. And you have the Roorkee railway station. It's got another first of its kind because it was one of the places where the very first train of India was operated from. And likewise, you have other famous places which are must visit when you go to the city of Roorkee. So here is a simple Google Maps giving you an overview of where all these places are situated within the city of Roorkee. So for instance, now if you hover over this marker, you get details about IIT Roorkee, which is, as I said, the first engineering college of Asia. So you just want to get directions to it, you can jump onto this link and you will find how to reach the place of IIT Roorkee. So now I'll take you through the technical code that we have used in order to have this Google map implemented. So this is the index.html page, which has got the piece of code that you basically see in the web page, the home page. So it has got details about Roorkee Tourism, the images and the video which was included in the home page. And this part of code is the one that is primarily incorporating the Google Map API, and with the help of particular latitude and longitude of different places, we have put markers into the Google Map which would help you find the various places that you would like to visit within the city of Roorkee. Now getting to the other part of the web page. So these are basically the other details about the city of Roorkee, like history behind how the city was formed and what is the landscape of Roorkee about, what are the rivers that's flowing in and around Roorkee, what is the climate, demographics, etc. Now moving on to the next part of our web application is the next important feature, which is about planning your budget when you are intending to visit the city of Roorkee. So here you've got an option to give the country from which you are traveling and the amount that you wish to carry, and that basically gives you a conversion to the local currency, which is the Indian rupee. So let's say for example, we're traveling from United States of America. So see, as you can see, when I type UN, you've got the suggestions of various countries that starts the alphabets UN. You've got United Kingdom and United States of America. So this is one of the notable features that we have implemented in our application, autofilling the HTML text boxes. So let me just take you through this one. I choose the option of United States of America, and the piece of code which actually is used in the background to achieve this autofilling is about the country list.aspx. So this has got the list of countries, basically the suggestion of countries that a person would type in that page. So you've got a whole lot of countries from where you can choose the country of your choice and have the currency converted to the local denomination, that is Indian rupee. So this is basically one of the JSON services that we have utilized to have the HTML text box in the web page auto-completed. For our case, we've chosen the country United States of America, and let's say I intend to carry $1,000. So I press the button enter, and there you go, you have got the currency converted to the local one, Indian currency, and $1,000 equating to 70,412 rupees. Another interesting feature is that in order to have this currency converted, we have utilized the currency conversion JSON API, and the most interesting part is that it will have the real-time currency data. So whichever part of the day you are feeding in the currency, it will give you the appropriate conversion at that moment using the exchange rate for that period. So let's get back to Visual Studio Code, and so let's have a look at the piece of code that helps us achieve the conversion which we saw just a while back. So it is basically done through this currency convert.aspx, where in this model class file you've just got a list of countries which could be mapped to the data from the JSON API. And basically from the JSON API, what we do is we map the country and get the corresponding currency format. And then once we've got the corresponding currency and the amount of currency filled through the front end, we use a small logic in the back end here to calculate and have it converted to the local Indian currency. So this is one of the places where we have consumed the data from a JSON service, mapped it based on the data that user feeds in the form, and then throw back a corresponding output based on a logic, a simple calculation to get the local currency. So that's about the feature of planning your budget. So next is about the various style sheets that we've used to adapt it based on the function that we do. This is basically the web version of the style sheet, and there you have another one for print and mobile. So let's quickly have a look at the mobile version. When the screen is minimized to a mobile size, you've just got all the content correspondingly mapped, as you can see in a mobile phone, making it look easier and handy to use. And then you also have the print version, where you do a print. You have the style sheet adapted accordingly as per the print version. So that's about the various style sheets that we have incorporated for this application. And then I'll just quickly run through the GitHub, where we've done the code commit and the final version of code that's available for you to have a look at what are the technical aspects that we have made use of. So that's about our application. Hope you liked our idea and its functionality.